Next, we will see about vice president. So this is Article 63 given provision. There should be vice president. There should be vice president. So Article 52 said there should be president. So similarly, Article 63 says there should be vice president. Then Article 64 says vice president should act as the ex officio chairman. Ex officio means he is automatically the chairperson. Okay, ex officio chairperson or chairman of Rajya Sabha. Ex officio chairman means he is. If anyone become vice president, he will automatically the chairman of the Rajya Sabha. If you take Rajya Sabha, there is chairman who will preside the Rajya Sabha, and below chairman there is deputy chairman also. There is chairman and there is deputy chairman. So who is the chairman here? Who is who is holding office of chairman? Who is holding office of the vice president? He will automatically becoming the chairman. He will, for example, Jagdeep Dhankhar was the vice president. He was functioning as the chairman of the Rajya Sabha also. Of course, recently he got resigned from the post of the vice president. So then definitely the post of the chairman also become definitely the vacant only. Then deputy chairman will preside. When chairman is absent or when chairman is the vacant, post is vacant, then deputy chairman will preside that preside the Rajya Sabha. Then vice president will be the ex officio chairperson, and there is also the vice president will not hold any other office of profit. So I told president also shall not hold any other office profit. Then whenever the vice president actually will act as the president, okay, there are in some cases whenever president is vacant, then vice president will act as the president. So then he will not preside the chairperson because now he is the president. Okay, also he will get a salary as the president, okay, not as the deputy chairman, as the president. Okay, this point you have. So in fact, a vice president will not get salary as vice president. He will get a salary as deputy chairman. Okay, he will get salary as deputy chairman. This is there in Article 110, I think. Okay, Article 110, I think. Okay, Article 110, I think there is charged expenditure given. Under that it is there. Deputy chairman, he gets a salary as deputy chairman, not as vice president. Then that is Article 64. Article 64, function as chairman. Article 65, the vice president will function as the president. Whenever it is whenever the president is vacant or president is absent. Okay, if the president is, two options are there. If president is vacant means no one is there. The post is vacant or otherwise absent. In these two cases, the vice president will act as the president. The vice president will act as the president. When vacant, he will till the post is filled. Okay, till the post is filled, he will function. When absent, maybe his health is not good, like that. So till president resume office. Let's say he is on leave for 1 month or 2 months. So those 2 months, the vice president will act as the president. Let's say it is vacant, then the post, till when the post is filled, till that time, when new president get elected, till that time vice president will act as the president. So when vice president is acting as the president, so he will get a salary equivalent to the president. Okay, it is determined by the parliament, by law. It is determined by parliament. Okay, all his conditions of service, everything is determined by parliament, and he also have whatever the immunities, powers given to the president. For example, Article 361, there is immunity to the president. Okay, you cannot arrest president. You cannot start criminal proceedings to the president. Okay, that immunity is there under Article 361. So those powers also will apply to the vice president when acting as the president. Vice president when acting as the president. Then 66 you come to the election of the president. So here 66 triple E remember, okay, E. Okay, first E, what is the election electoral college, election electoral college. So here all MPs will vote, means here Lok Sabha MPs plus Rajya Sabha MPs. Okay, both elected plus nominated, elected plus nominated. All MPs will come here in electoral college. Okay, they will go and vote. That is one electoral college. Then vice president should also be, he should not be MP, he should not be MLA. If he is MP or MLA, he should vacate, or whenever he became president, his seat in MP MLA seat will become vacant, or that cease to stop. He no more MP or MLA. So he cannot be member of the house, whether it is a parliament or whether it is a legislature, state legislature, means MLA or even MLC also will come. Okay, in some states MLC he cannot, MLC also there in some states. So that is there. So one is electoral college, one he has to empty his seat. Okay, that is second, he has to empty or vacate the seat, empty or vacate the seat. Then third one is the eligibility, that is the qualification. Qualification same, similar actually. Citizen, he should complete 35 years age, and he should be eligible for the contest as the Council of States, that is Rajya Sabha MP. Council of States means Rajya Sabha, Council of States means Rajya Sabha. Okay, Lok Sabha is called a House of People, Rajya Sabha is called a Council of States. Okay, Lok Sabha is the lower house, Rajya Sabha is the upper house. This is 66. First one electoral college is there. Then MP, he cannot be house member of the house, whether it is state or center. Then he qualification is there, he should be citizen, he should be 35 years complete, and he should be eligible for the qualified for election as a member, or for the Rajya Sabha MP seat, Rajya Sabha MP seat. And then also he should not hold any office of profit, he should not hold any office of profit. And there are exceptions I told for the president. Okay, same exceptions: president, vice president, president, vice president, governor, then minister for the state or union or state, whatever. So these exceptions are there for the eligibility. So qualification also you remember similar, only this Council of States will come. For president it is House of the People, that is Lok Sabha MP, that is Lok Sabha MP. Then article 67, just a minute. Then article 67, term of the president, vice president. So here also same, it is a 5 years he will be there, vice president will be 5 years. Then he can resign, he can give resignation to the president. Then he can be also removed. Okay, he can be removed. Okay, here 14 days notice should be given. Also then all the then members, okay, in Rajya Sabha, all the then members, this is the effective majority, they should pass the removal resolution. Then Lok Sabha should agree. This is the majority, like 50% plus 1 of the present and voting. That is simple majority. So all the then members you remember, and it should be agreed by the Lok Sabha. So then you can, it is like you are removed, you have removed the president, and then he will continue to hold office till his successor comes. Okay, till his successor comes. So similar to the vice president, okay, similar to the president, we discussed under article 56. Okay, he can resign, he can give to vice president, and he can be impeached under article 61 for the violation of the constitution. Here at least ground given. Okay, for vice president that ground also not given. And then he will continue, president will continue till his successor comes. Similarly, vice president also continue till his successor comes. Okay, qualification also for both of them almost same. That also you can remember. And then 68 time of holding elections. 68 time of holding elections. Okay, before 5 years, you have to, before expiry, you have to just before 5 years, that is before expiry, you have to conduct. And then let's say someone has resigned or something vacant, okay, then the election should be conducted as soon as possible. As soon as possible. For president, this is given within 6 months. Okay, but vice president there is no term time given, but as soon as possible at the earliest, at the earliest. Then 69 oath, 69 oath. You remember 69 oath of the vice president, 69 oath of the president, 69 oath of the president, 69 oath of president. Then 70 president function. Okay, when president is vacant, who will perform the that is regulated by the parliament by law. Okay, so our rules, whatever, parliament will make provision for that. So when president is not there, so then vice president will function. When vice president is not there, then CJI will function. When CJI not there, senior most judge of the Supreme Court. So if president is not there, vice president will function as the president. If vice president also not there, then CJ will function as the president. Then if CJ also vacant, post is vacant, then senior most judge of the Supreme Court will function as the vice president. Sorry, president, for president. That is 70. Then 71. Okay, any, for example, any election disputes are there. Okay, related to president, vice president. Any election disputes, okay, that is solved by only the Supreme Court, not even High Court. Only Supreme Court is having the power with respect to those things. All doubts and disputes, anything, any solution you want, only Supreme Court, and the decision of the Supreme Court is the final. Decision of the Supreme Court is the final. So that is Article 71 relating to disputes. Any dispute is there, that Supreme Court will solve, and that is the final one. And if election is declared void, so whatever the acts done by them is not invalid. Okay, means they are not invalid. Means they are valid only. They are valid only. For example, he let's say one person acted as president for 2 years. In 2 years, he might have signed many documents. Now, because there is election is wide, you cannot say all those documents are now good. Now you have to struck down. No, all those documents are still valid. Still valid. That is the most important point. Then whatever the matters to election to president, vice president are regulated by parliament by law. So that's why in 1952 Act is there, has come. We have discussed earlier. Then election of a person shall not be called in court, any court. Okay, there is saying that there is vacancy in electoral college. Electoral college we discussed now. Electoral college, Article 54 for president, electoral college. And then Article 66(1), Article 66(1), there is electoral college for vice president. Vice president. So for president, what is the electoral college? Elected MPs plus elected MLAs. For vice president, all MPs. Okay. Then one more you remember, for Rajya Sabha MP, elected MLAs. Elected MLAs. So these things you can remember. Then you come to Article 72, power of the president to grant pardons. Pardoning power. Okay, similarly 161, they are pardoning power for the governor. Pardoning power for the governor. So we'll discuss this one now. So 72, under Article 72, with respect to any sentence or any conviction, President is having powers with respect to any sentence are given by the court martial. Okay, court martial means military court. Okay, then wherever the executive offense is the related to the union or parliament. One is court martial means any military court for given any sentence or then that person can go to president. He can ask for the pardon, etc. uh, Pardon, etc. Then president may consider his advice. Then for any offense that where the union executive power extends, executive power, wherever the union is having executive power. Okay, all those offenses. So one person connected all these offenses, then that person also can go to the president and ask for the mercy. That is, you please reduce my sentence, like that he can ask. And wherever is the sentence is a sentence of death, then also you can go to for example, court has imposed a death sentence, that is capital punishment. Then you can go to president and you can ask for mercy. You can apply through mercy petition to the president. Then it is a president, of course president can allow or he can relax or not relax also. That is the discretion of the president. Okay, it is not right. Okay, it is not right of the prisoner or whatever, the convicted. It is the discretion of the president whether to reduce or not. Okay, so these are the three cases where president can act. So similarly for governor, you see under article 161 you can say the military court governor cannot do. Here union power, here state executive, wherever state executive power having, there you can do. And here with respect to death sentence, he cannot pardon, governor cannot pardon. Okay, otherwise he can suspend or remit or commute. Suspend, remit or commute, we will see what is suspend, remit, commute. He can suspend, remit or commute, but death sentence he cannot do. So here with respect to military court, whatever the president is having powers, if any officer also, okay, any officer of armed forces is having such power, it will not affect that power. Okay, he will also having that power. Of course president will also have anyhow under article 72 that president, that power. So here we have the mercy powers or clement powers also we say. Okay, clement means clement powers also we say, pardoning powers. Okay, clement powers or pardoning powers. Pardoning powers. So pardon means what? You have to make the crime everything zero. For example, you have done this crime like that, court said. Then if president is pardoning that, it is like your sentence and also your sentence also zero, your conviction also zero. Conviction means you have not done no crime. Your sentence means, let's say court said 10 years, the president can make it zero. So complete nil. Okay, nothing, no crime, no sentence. That is pardon. Okay, that is pardon. Then commute means changing the form. Changing the form. For example, harsh punishment to lighter punishment. For example, life imprisonment or life imprisonment to simple imprisonment. Okay, or rigorous imprisonment, you can say. Rigorous imprisonment to simple imprisonment. That is changing. Commute means change form. Commute means change form. Then reprieve. Reprieve is there. Reprieve means you have giving the stay to the sentence or conviction, to stay to the sentence. For example, death sentence imposed. Then president can stay it. Means you don't impose death sentence till my order. That is reprieve. Then respite. Respite means you have to look back. Means on special grounds. Let's say one pregnant lady is there. So on special grounds, you will give relaxation to the imprisonment. Okay, pardon, complete zero, commute, change form, reprieve, you give stay, respite on special grounds, you are giving them some relaxation. Then remit or remission. Okay, there is mission, remission. Again, you are giving some mission. So you will change the time period. That is time period. Okay, let's say 25 years to 25 years imprisonment to 15 years imprisonment. Okay. You are changing only the time. You will not change it. For example, if it is simple imprisonment, this also simple. You are not changing form. If you change form, that will become commuter. Okay, here only time you are changing. Here only time. The form is same. The form is same. Okay, that is remission. So these are the 5 things you remember. And one Supreme Court case you remember here. And there is Kehar Singh case. Kehar Singh case. So here Supreme Court said that if there is a limited judicial review is there, means if president is functioning on the ground of malafide with respect to mercy petition, that is pardoning power, then Supreme Court can enter. Otherwise the Supreme Court has no role to enter. Okay, also it is not as a court. Okay, in court level it will not function. Okay, for example, if you take president will not given in open court. Okay, there is no oral hearing and all now. That is not there. Okay. And also the president can examine the evidence afresh. Okay, can avoid. So these things and KR Singh case the Supreme Court told. There is only limited judicial review. Otherwise, there is no power for Supreme Court to enter into the president mercy petition power. That thing you have to remember. Then extend next to Article 63. Article 63, extent of the executive power. Extent of the executive power. Extent of executive power. This only remember, extent of executive power. So this will be there wherever Parliament is having the power to make a law. To all those areas, to all those matters, the power of the executive, that is executive of the union will extend. Also, any treaty is there. Okay, any treaty or agreement. Let's say international treaty. Okay, at that place also it will extend. It will extend. So this you remember, if you can go somewhat deeper, it is also given that wherever, for example, state legislature can make law, for example, in concurrent list. So wherever, even parliament can also make law on the concurrent list. So at that places, the unless the constitution or unless the parliament by law will provide, that power will not extend. This power extent of this power executive power will not extend to such matters. Okay, such matter means in concurrent list. Okay, because both can make law, state can make law, center can make law. Okay, but at such matters, okay, uh, unless it is given expressly by the constitution, okay, clearly by the constitution or parliament, unless given that to that matters the power, executive power of the union will not extend to those matters. It is given, and then immediately the extent of the executive power will extend to those matters where immediately before commencement of the constitution. Okay, immediately before commencement of the constitution, this power is exercising. So that will continue until the change by the competent legislature. This is Article 73, extent of executive power. Extent of executive power. This is important, extent of executive power. Then Article 74, very, very important. This is about a Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. So who are Council of Ministers? This I will try to explain to you. Okay. So actually this Article 74, 75, this explain the Article 74, 75, you can say. This will explain the parliamentary form of government. Okay, actually we have Lok Sabha. Okay, here who are there? MPs are there. Okay, here MPs are there. And then we have Rajya Sabha. Okay, let's say Rajya Sabha are there. Okay, here also MPs are there. Okay, here also MPs are there. Here also MPs are there. Actually, Lok Sabha should be more. Okay. Then here what happens? Here Rajya Sabha MPs are there. So from here, what I have done here, some MPs I am giving them to the minister post. Okay, these are ministers. Okay, these are ministers. So this is what this group is called Council of Ministers. Council of Ministers. Okay, if you take, I am putting this in box. Okay, this is what there is Lok Sabha. This is Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. What is this? Union Legislature. Union Legislature. Of course, there is President is available. Okay, this is given in Article 79. Okay, Article 79. Article 79. What says? Parliament. What is Parliament? President plus Rajya Sabha plus Lok Sabha. This is the Parliament. Parliament. What is Parliament? Union Legislature. Which makes law. Legislature means what? Which makes law. So I am taking some. I am giving some Lok Sabha MPs some minister post, finance minister, education minister, like that. Some Rajya Sabha MPs I have taken. I have given them minister post. So I called these people as Council of Ministers. Okay, who is the head of this fellow? This group? PM. PM is the head. As long as PM is there, Council of Ministers are safe. They are sink and swim together. This is important. Okay, sink and swim together. Okay, let's say if PM resigns, Council of Ministers entirely gone. Now new PM will come. He will choose his ministers. Because I want this education minister, finance, who are chosen. PM only chosen. Okay, I want this person as education minister. So when PM resigns, automatically his team. Okay, it works as a team. It works as a team. If leader gone, his team entirely gone. When new leader is coming, that new leader will take again new ministers. Again new council of ministers will form. The Lok Sabha will not go. You observe. You see, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha are there only. If PM resigns, Lok Sabha MPs will not go anywhere. Okay, the MPs will be there only. Again, if new PM will come, he will again take some MPs and he will give them a minister post. That is Council of Minister. So this Council of Minister only government. What we call government, no. This is Council of Ministers only. Okay. This is also we call this Council of Ministers also we call executive. Executive. Okay. This is actually executive Council of Ministers. Means actually they are the implementing the policies, they are creating policy, they are executing policies mainly. Council of Ministers, they are executing the policies with the bureaucracy, help of the bureaucracy. So this is what is called a parliamentary form of government. Parliamentary form of government. Here what? Council of Ministers is taken from the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. That is from legislature only, executive has come. Okay, from legislature only. From legislature only, executive has come here. From legislature only, executive. Okay, there is another form of government, a presidential form of government. Okay, in that what happens? Here, here you remember overall president is the head. Okay, head of the state. President is called head of the state. Okay, if question is head of the state, then president is the answer. Head of the government, answer is PM. Head of government. So there is presidential system. What happens? There is president. Okay, there is legislature. There is executive. There is judiciary. Okay, in fact here judiciary will be there. Okay, one more circle you can draw. Here judiciary will be there. Here legislature and executive there is no connection at all. Okay, the president who will win president, he will select his the executive. For example, Trump has selected in US there is presidential system. Okay, Trump has selected Elon Musk as part of his executive. There are no, from legislature there is no connection. Legislature separate. This is law making body. President will choose his team. Here president is more powerful, presidential system. In parliamentary system, there is connection between the legislature and executive, because from legislature who are MPs, okay, legislature who are there, parliament, union legislature means parliament. In parliament who are there, MPs. These MPs only becoming ministers and becoming executive, that is council of ministers. So there is connection. So here whatever the executive is doing, the legislature will question this one. For example, executive will pass some, let's say it is doing some policy, okay, for poor people, there is some policy it is doing. So whether they have taken some money, so whether that money is taken by ministers themselves or it is really spent for the poor people, this who will question? Legislature will question them. So there is connection here actually between legislature and executive. Here executive is drawn from the legislature, executive is drawn from legislature. So this is parliamentary form, this is a presidential form. In presidential form there is no relation, okay, clear separation of power. Here there is not clear separation of power. So that is parliamentary form, presidential form. So now come to Article 74. Here Article 74 what says? There is council of ministers with prime minister at the head who will advise the president, and the president will act on the advice of the council of ministers accordingly. So see, whatever president is doing, he is doing indirectly whatever COM saying. COM means whatever, who indirectly? Prime minister only. Prime minister only the head. The leader, whatever he says, council of ministers automatically agree. So indirectly whatever president doing, it is indirectly prime minister doing. Whatever prime minister will say, president will do. President only is the titular head, we say. It is a nominal head or titular head. Okay, nominal head or titular head. Okay, whereas a prime minister is the real, he is a real hero in the parliamentary form. So council of ministers will advise the president and president will act accordingly. Okay, this is given. However, president can send whatever the advice given, can send back one for reconsideration. Actually earlier what happened? Whatever COM, okay, headed by PM says to the president has to agree. Okay, this is in 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act given like this. President has to agree. However, in 44th Constitutional Amendment Act 1978, the president can send back the advisor. Sir, please see, this suggestion is not good. You can please once rethink and send back. So, but only once he can send back. Only once. Only once he can send back. That is 44th Constitutional Amendment Act. These are the changes given. And also whatever the advice given, you cannot inquire in any court. Okay, for example, whatever the advice given, you cannot file case on that. No judicial review or courts cannot enter into that one. Courts cannot enter into that one. So 74, very, very important, council of ministers to aid and advise the president. Aid means help the president and advise the president. So council of ministers with the prime minister at the head will aid and advise the president, and president will act according to that advice. However, the president can send back the advice for reconsideration, but only once. If council of ministers again sending back the same advice or any advice, he has to obey that. He has to do accordingly. That is one thing. Then Article 75 you come, other provisions related to ministers. Other provisions related to ministers. Article 75 says the first 75 one, prime minister is appointed by the president and other ministers appointed president on advice of prime minister. So PM will say, you appoint these persons to me. So then president will appoint other ministers. And then 1A is there. So maximum council of ministers strength should be maximum 15% of the Lok Sabha. 15% of the Lok Sabha. 15% of the Lok Sabha. Then 1B also there. If any member or MP is disqualified under 10th schedule, that is anti-defection law. So he disqualified as a minister also. He disqualified as a minister also. So until expiry of that period or until re-elected. Okay, whichever earlier you can say. One year. Then two, the ministers hold office during the pleasure of the president. Pleasure of president. During pleasure of president. Ministers hold office during pleasure of president. Then 75.3 very important. Council of Ministers collectively responsible to House of the People. That is Lok Sabha. This is important. Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. Council of Ministers means government. Government, whatever you are doing, you have to tell to the. You must explain reasons to the Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha means who? They are people representatives. Indirectly, they are people only. You have to tell the people. You are responsible to the people. Okay, you cannot. You are collecting people from the money from the people. So you have to spend as per the wishes of the people for the development of the people. That is Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. Council of Ministers collectively responsible to the Lok Sabha. That is 75.3. Then 75.4. 75.4 will come oath to the ministers. Here oath and oath of office and secrecy will be there. This is important. Secrecy. So secrecy vote is given only to the ministers, whether it is state or union. Whether it is state or union. And oath is mentioned in which schedule? Third schedule. Oath is mentioned in the third schedule. Then article 75 class 5. 75 class 5. Here any person can become a minister. Okay. No need to become MP. But within 6 months he should become MP. Any person, for example, I can go and become minister, but within 6 months I must be represent any house, either house of the any house. Otherwise, my post as the minister will go. Otherwise, my post. Then salaries etc. of the ministers. Okay, this is fixed by Parliament until then, as per in the second schedule. So these are all are important provisions you have to remember. Then Article 76 you take. So Article 76 1 says the Attorney General is appointed by the President. Attorney General appointed by who is qualified to be Supreme Court judge. Then 76.2 Attorney General will give advice on legal matters to Government of India. Then he will perform the whatever President is assigning any legal duties or any matters related to legal duties of legal character. That also he will do. And whatever constitution or any law in force it is saying to perform such functions, he will do. So all this Government of India, President, Constitution law, whatever the saying of legal character, he will do all those functions. That is 76.2. Then 76.3, he is having right of audience in all courts throughout the territory of India. Very important. 76.4, he holds office during the pleasure of President, and also he will receive salary as determined by the President. Very important these two. Okay, other than that he is first law officer, okay, or highest law officer of the country. The highest law officer is a to government side he will do this. He will represent the government. Also, he is the highest law officer of the country. Highest law officer of the country. Okay. Then he is not a full-time member. Okay, he is not full-time. It is only part-time. He can do private practice also. For example, I can go and I can ask AG, sir, please take up my case. Yes, he can do. But one thing is, he cannot go against the government. He cannot go against government. Okay. And if any criminal case is there, he has to take government permission. And any he cannot, director of the company, etc. He has to take government permission. So without that permission, he cannot hold these things. So means he cannot go against. He can do private practice, but some criminal cases, etc. He should not take, or he can take with permission of the government, because he is representing government. So he should be some dignified. Cases only should be taken, not all cases. So that is Attorney General 76. Very very important. Attorney General for India. Attorney General for India 76. Then Article 77 will go. Then Article 77, conduct of business of the government. Conduct of business. Conduct of business of government of India. Conduct of business of government of India. So whatever the executive action, all taken in the name of the president. Okay, all executive action is taken in the name of the president. All executive action is taken in the name of the president. And any orders, okay, is made on behalf of the president. Okay, you cannot deny that, you cannot make them invalid by saying that president has not signed. No. So on behalf of president, anyone who are delegated that power, he can sign. Also, the president for convenient transaction of the business. Also, he can allocate among ministers the work. For convenient transaction of the business, he can make the rules. He can make the rules for convenient transaction of the business in the government of India. And also he can allocate the ministers the work. For example, now there are various ministers, various education minister, finance minister, like that. That one he can allocate. That is Article 77, conduct of business of government. Conduct of business of government. Then 78, duties of Prime Minister. So Prime Minister is having here 3 under 78, duties of Prime Minister. So 78 1 says Prime Minister should communicate all matters related to the administration of the affairs of the Union. Administration of the affairs of the Union. Plus any legislations proposed. Okay, these things you have to give information to the president. Also, if you have to furnish such information when president is called upon. So also, let's say a decision is taken by a minister, then president can give this to consider by the Council of Ministers. So it's very easy. Prime Minister has to communicate what is happening in the administration, what is happening in the government. You have to tell president daily. Daily means you have to communicate update. Also the proposals for the legislation. For example, President sir, we brought these laws and we are passing these laws. So sometimes president himself can ask, then Prime Minister has to give that data related to administration and proposals for legislation. Let's say one minister has come, president sir, this idea is good. So, but other council of ministers, other ministers do not know about that idea. Then president will give the council of ministers to consider that idea or to think about that and whether any good is there in that idea. So that power is also there. So these are the duties of Prime Minister. If the president, Prime Minister has to do these things under Article 78. Article 78. Then Article 79, I told that is the Parliament related. So Article 79, it is Parliament. Okay. P round means Parliament. There is a President. Council of States means Rajya Sabha. House of the People means Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha. So here Council of States, this is called upper house. Lok Sabha is a lower house. This represent states. This represent people's will. This represent people's will. Here what happens? Rajya Sabha MP, he is MP for the whole state. He will take issues of whole state. He will take. But if you take Lok Sabha MP, he will take only that particular. Okay. That particular constituency. Okay, let's say I am from constituency of some X place. Okay, some X place. So I will see what is the problems faced by these people. Okay. That is, if you take Rajya Sabha, this is state A. Okay, this is state A. In whatever the problems happening in whole state, that is taken by the MP. That is the interest of the state. Okay, MPs, Rajya Sabha MPs represent the state, whole state. What is the problem in the state? That will be taken by Rajya Sabha. But Lok Sabha MP not like that. Lok Sabha MP he is elected from only from one constituency. So he will think of what is the constituency. Any water problem is there like that. He will think of and he will do that. So this is the main difference you have to consider. Here what happens? Rajya Sabha MP I told, okay, elected MLAs, they will indirectly elect this one. Okay. Wherever people not directly voting, that is indirect election. Here people not, for example, president indirect election, vice president indirect election, Rajya Sabha MP indirect election. We are not going and directly voting na people. Then Lok Sabha MP, here what happens? The area is divided into, for example, state. Let's say one state is divided like this. Okay, these are constituency. Constituency 1, constituency 2, constituency 3, constituency 4. So from this is MP. Okay, here MP 4 will come. Here MP 1 will come. Okay, these are the MPs, Lok Sabha MPs. So in one state, there are many Lok Sabha MPs. Okay, from various constituency. So from here MP come. But if you take Rajya Sabha MP, these MPs all represent the state only. Okay, this entire state they will represent. This is the main difference. Lok Sabha MP, Rajya Sabha MP. Here in Lok Sabha there is direct election. People are going and directly voting. For example, in this constituency, people are going and directly voting. Then he has to take care of these problems of these people only. No, he not see all. No, Lok Sabha MP seeing only these issues, problems in his constituency. Okay, his direct election is there in that thing. Okay, and then you see the strength. So Article 80 will give Rajya Sabha composition. Okay, Rajya Sabha composition it will give. So the president will nominate 12 members. Okay, whoever in literature, arts, science, social service, who are good in this. For example, Sachin Tendulkar he was MP. Then Jaya Bachchan, okay, she is also MP. They are Rajya Sabha MP. So 12 members like that he can nominate. 12 members he can nominate. Who president will nominate? In which sector they should be famous in these sectors only. They should be famous in these sectors only. That is there. And then 238 people from the states plus union territory. 238 people. Then allocation of Rajya Sabha seats. Rajya Sabha seats. This is given in fourth schedule of the Constitution. Allocation of Rajya Sabha seats is given in the fourth schedule of the Constitution. Then allocation of Rajya Sabha seats. Then election. Okay. For example, in states, what happens? Elected MLAs will indirectly elect Rajya Sabha MPs. Okay, that is in UTs. Okay, Parliament will provide. Okay, for this, Parliament has created a law, Union Territory Direct Elections Law. Okay, Direct Elections Law. This is given in 1950, I think, or 1965. Direct Elections 1965 Act is there. So here Andaman Nicobar, Lakshadweep, Dadra, Nagar Haveli or Daman Diu. What is that? These three union territory, and then there is also Representation of People Act 1950. So through these acts, the union territory from union territory they are elected. Here also the procedure is same. Elected MLAs wherever legislative assembly is there. For example, legislative assembly is there in Delhi, Puducherry, now in Jammu Kashmir. Right. So this is the composition. Then 81 Lok Sabha composition. So there should be 530 from the states plus 20 from the union territories. 530 plus 20. Okay, 1 minute. Allocation of Rajya Sabha seats. Parliament will UPSC. Okay, this one is wrong actually. Sorry. Okay, 1 minute. Okay, here whatever Parliament by law only this here RPA is there. RPA, okay. RPA 1951. RPA Act 1951. As per that, here only Delhi, Puducherry, and Jammu and Kashmir. These only having representation in the Rajya Sabha. That one you remember. Whereas here Union Territory 20 people are there. No, these are elected here. Okay, for Union Territory direct election and Representation of People Act 1950. Here Andaman Nicobar Lakshadweep, this is elected, and RP Act 1950 also given some provision. Here Delhi Puducherry, yes, from direct election will be there. I told already Lok Sabha means direct election. Rajya Sabha means here elected MLAs will elect. Here direct election. Area is divided into constituency, and from each constituency one MP will come. And these MPs will see only their problems, whereas Rajya Sabha MP will see all entire state problem. That is different. So here 12 nominated, 238 allocation of seats, states elected MLA, and Rajya Sabha MPs here only from 3 states where legislative assembly is there. Okay, there only it is taken. Whereas 530 in Lok Sabha from states, 20 from UT. As Parliament by law he will provide. Okay. Here Parliament provided this law, Union Territory law and RPA law. Here direct election will be there. And from that constituency, parliamentary constituency, direct election will be conducted and Lok Sabha MP will come. This is Article 81. Article 81. So earlier, actually, 2 Anglo-Indians also were there in Lok Sabha. 2 Anglo-Indians. But this 104th Constitutional Amendment Act 2020 has discontinued this Anglo-Indian provision. Now 2 Anglo-Indians, there is no such provision. There is no such provision has been provided under this one. Also, you have to remember for the Lok Sabha, you are dividing this constituencies. You are dividing this constituency. Okay. this constituency you are dividing, okay, based on the 2001 census. Okay. For example, this area, okay, I have to divide like this, I have to divide like this, I have to divide like this. So this division will be done based on the which census? 2001 census. How many seats should be there? That is based on the 1971 census. 7, you remember, 7 seats. Okay, here seats, here seats. 71 seats. Territorial constituency delimitation. What do we say? Like this division we call delimitation of the constituencies. Okay, territorial constituency delimitation you are doing means you are limiting the areas. This is done based on the population of 2001. These two you have to remember. And actually, what happened? There are seats one on delimitation of constituency. Okay, so here what happened? There is 42nd amendment. It frozen the seats. Till 2001, okay, based on 1971 census. Till 2001 it frozen. Okay, then 84th Constitution Amendment Act, it went up to 2026, it is frozen. Okay, and there is 87th Act, the constituency division. Okay, the constituency division, it is 87th Constitutional Amendment Act. Now it is based on the 2001 census. 2001 census. That is given 87th Constitutional Amendment. Earlier 1991 was there. Now it is based on 2001 census. That is 87th Act. So seats you remember 42 is 84. That is territorial delimitation, territorial constituency division. That is 87th. This is based on 2001 census. So this 1971 census first frozen till 2001, then again it extended till 2026. After 2026, whatever the census taken, that census we will take, and then again the seats, then it may increase also. Then seats, for example, now AP will have 170 or 75 or whatever seats. Then it may increase or decrease based on the population. After 2026 when census will come, that is 2031 only census is conducted every 10 years. Census is conducted every 10 years. So this is this adjustment whatever I discussed, this is under Article 82, readjustment after each census. Readjustment after each census. Readjustment after each census. Readjustment after each census. Then Article 83, duration of houses. Okay, Lok Sabha is there, Rajya Sabha is there. Okay, this is the permanent house. Okay, however, 1/3 will retire every 2 years. Here it can be dissolved. Okay, it is not a permanent house. Okay, after 5 years it is dissolved. After 5 years it is dissolved. It stands dissolved. It is a permanent house, whereas Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Also here, the term is given in RBA Act 1951. The term of Rajya Sabha MP is 6 years, whereas this Lok Sabha term is 5 years. So MP also 5 year will be. He will be there for 5 years. MP also for 5 years. After 5 years, it will stand dissolved. However, whenever proclamation of emergency is there under Article 352, this can be extended for 1 year. Okay. For example, let's say 5 year. Here national emergency imposed. So now still national emergency there. So it can extend for 1 year. So +1. So +1. Like that, any number of you can extend. But once this emergency is stopped, national emergency ended, maximum it can go for 6 months, max 6 months, max it can be there. Lok Sabha can be there. After 6 months, you can say election should be there for the Lok Sabha. For the Lok Sabha. This is the duration of the houses given in Article 83. Article 83 duration of the houses. Then Article 84 qualification. Qualification of the MP for the membership of the Parliament. So first qualification, you should be citizen of India. Plus you also make and subscribe oath or affirmation you should be taken before such authority as Election Commission of India will authorize. So you have to take oath before that person also. And then you should be 25 years in case of Lok Sabha, 30 years in case of Rajya Sabha elections. So if I want to contest as Lok Sabha MP, then if I am 25, that is sufficient. That is, to contest as Rajya Sabha MP, you need 30 years of the minimum age should be 30 years. That should be there. Otherwise, you are not eligible. Then any other thing as Parliament bylaw will add any that qualification. For example, the RPA Act 1951 has given you should be registered as the elector in any constituency, parliamentary constituency. As an elector. Elector means you should be registered as a voter. That you must have voter ID. Then only you can contest that as a Rajya Sabha MP or Lok Sabha MP. Also further, if you want to contest for SC/ST seat, then you must be person of SC/ST. Of course, you must be registered as elector also. That is 84 qualification of membership of the Parliament. 84 qualification of members of the Parliament. Then 85 sessions of the Parliament. Actually, President will call for the sessions of the Parliament. However, 6 months should not be the gap between first session and the next session. 6 months should not intervene in between. Okay. So within less than 6 months, you have to call. This is the Parliament. Who will summon the Parliament? Who will summon the houses of the Parliament? President will summon the House of the Parliament. However, the 6 months should not be 6 months gap should not be there. Okay, 6 months gap, maximum 6 months it can be, not more than that. This is one thing. Okay, summoning the sessions. President can also prorogue the houses. Prorogue and means end the sitting of the house. He can prorogue the either house, whether Rajya Sabha or, and also he can dissolve Lok Sabha. For example, if you take in India, there are 3 sessions. Okay, BMW, remember, budget session, monsoon session, winter session. After budget session, who will end this session? President will end. How he will say? Prorogue. I prorogued the house. Means the budget session ended here. So to end the session, for example, to end the budget session, President should prorogue the house. That is what prorogue meaning. There is another meaning called adjourn. Okay, adjourn. Okay, adjourn means it is done by the presiding officer. Adjourn means for that day. Okay, let's say in budget session is going on. Today there is noise and there is all fight in Parliament or House or Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha. Then presiding officer, okay, he will adjourn the house. Means he will suspend that meeting and again after some time they will meet. There is also one more thing, adjourn signed die. Adjourn signed die also is done by the presiding officer. However, here presiding officer will not tell any time. After what time we will meet. During adjourn, if during this adjourn, he will mention time. Again, we will meet 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or Monday, 10, 11 o'clock, like that. But adjourn Sunday, he will not give any. He will not tell any time when he is adjourning. Okay, that is adjourn. So adjourn Sunday done by the presiding officer. summoning the sessions, proroguing a dissolution is done by the president. Can president dissolve Lok Sabha? Yes. Can president dissolve Rajya Sabha? No. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. Rajya Sabha is a permanent house. You cannot dissolve. Even president cannot dissolve that. That is Article 85. Article 85. Then 86. Right of president. Right of president to he can call the house and he can address the houses. Also he can send messages to the houses. So he can address the house. Okay, either house, whether Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha together. He can also send messages to the houses regarding a bill pending or any other matter. Okay, let's say in parliament people are wasting time. They are always fighting. Then president will say it is not good for the for a democracy like India. So you please use the time preciously. Or any bill is pending regarding that president can send some message, some suggestion. That is their 86. Then 87 special address. Here special address he will assemble together only. He will take as together only Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. Also he will tell the cause of summons. And it is done when means before election, general election is done. Okay, before general election is done, that time also first session of the each year. That is here budget session. Okay, here three sessions are there now: budget, monsoon. So whenever budget session is there, so he will assemble both and he will tell, he will preside, he will address that. That is special address 87. 87 special address. 87 special address. Then 88 right of ministers and attorney general. This is important. So they can go to any house. Okay, they can speak. Okay, they can participate any house or any committee. Okay, any house or any committee. They can speak or they can participate in the proceedings, but they cannot vote. This is important. That is Article 88. Article 88. Then Article 89, 90, 91, 92. These are related to chairperson. Okay, chairman Rajya Sabha. Chairman Rajya Sabha. Deputy chairman Rajya Sabha. Then 93, 94, 95, 96 related to Speaker Lok Sabha, Deputy Speaker Lok Sabha. So there is chairman and there is vice chairman for Rajya Sabha. Similarly for Lok Sabha, there is speaker, there is deputy speaker. There is speaker and there is deputy speaker. So here what first one says Article 89. Article 89 says that the chairman, it is provision for chairman or deputy chairman. So here already I told vice president will act as the chairman Rajya Sabha. Vice president will act as the chairman Rajya Sabha. And also the deputy chairman Rajya Sabha is selected by the house. Okay, by the house. As soon as maybe it is a discretion, there is no time for the electing. Uh, Whenever there is vacant or whenever as long as it is vacant, the deputy chairman is elected from amongst the members only. Okay, they all come. Okay, we want this MP, Rajya Sabha MP as the chairperson, and they will choose. If any vacancy is there, again they will choose another member. That is chairman, deputy chairman. Article 89, chairman, deputy chairman. Then Article 90, vacancy resignation removal. Vacancy resignation removal. Vacancy. For example, he started. He is no more MP. Then he will no more. This is vacancy resignation removal of this is deputy chairman only. Okay. If he let's say he is no more MP, then he will not deputy chairman also, he has to vacate. He has to resign. Then he can give resignation to chairperson. Removal, he can be removed by the Rajya Sabha House by the effective majority. By the effective majority, all the then members. But 14 days notice should be given. 14 days notice should be given. 14 days notice should be given. All the then members of the house. 14 days notice should be given. You remember. Then Article 91 says power of the deputy chairman. Whenever chairman is whenever the office of the chairman is vacant or absent. Okay. Here what happens? Two situations are there. Here two situations are there. Article 91 I am discussing now. Let's say it is a vacant. Okay. Then if chairman is vacant, chairman Rajya Sabha is vacant, then deputy chairman Rajya Sabha will. If it is also vacant, then president will decide. From among those persons, he will appoint one person. That is, if it is absent, okay, chairman is absent, then let's say deputy chairman also absent. Then, as per the rules, okay, they have there is a vice panel, vice chairperson panels. They have nominated by the chairman. Okay. Some group. These people will, as per the rules, these people will preside this. Let's say these people also not there. This then house will elect temporarily. Okay, you will preside the house. That is Article 91. Article 91. So whenever it is vacant, chairman is vacant, then deputy chairman will preside. If deputy chairman also vacant means here nobody is there, all are post empty. Then president will decide among those members only. You just come and function as presiding officer. If it is absent, means health not good like that, then deputy chairman, if he is also absent, then as per the rules they create some group of persons, but they are also absent, then house will decide. This panel of persons who will nominate, chairman will select. Okay, let's say these are 5 people. When chairman, deputy chairman not there, you will become presiding officer. Let's say those officers are also not there, then house will elect such new among them one person to preside the office. Then one more important thing here, Article 92 says, whenever you are removing the chairman or deputy chairman, okay, chairman or deputy chairman, they cannot preside the house. For example, when any resolution is brought for removing, okay, to remove vice president, that is chairman, that is also we have to do in Rajya Sabha only. That is Article 67B, removal of the vice president. So whenever, for example, I wanted to remove chairman, so then chairman, if he is available also, he should not preside. He should sit aside. Okay, not in the chairman seat. Some other person will preside. That is deputy chairman will preside. If he is also not there, the same rule will apply. Okay, vacant means president will decide. Absent means rules will decide, like that. So the same thing will apply for the speaker and deputy speaker. The same thing will apply for us. Here, speaker or deputy speaker will be there. Okay, speaker, deputy speaker. They have to, as long as they are vacant, they have to choose speaker, deputy speaker. Then here, vacation, resignation, removal. Vacation, if they are stop MP, becoming, if they are not MP, let's say their term is over. Now they are no more speaker, deputy speaker. They can resign. Speaker can give resignation to deputy speaker, and deputy speaker will give to speaker. Then removal by the house, okay, by effective majority, okay, 14 days notice, same thing. Then power of deputy speaker, that is if it is vacant, absent. If it is vacant, deputy speaker will come. If speaker is not there, deputy speaker. If deputy speaker not there, president will elect, will decide. If it is absent, deputy speaker. If speaker is absent, deputy speaker will come. If deputy speaker, then panel of chairpersons, as decided by the rules. If they are also absent, by the house. This panel, at least some 10 members, okay, not more than 10 member of panels is designated as per the rules by the speaker. Okay, whenever speaker, deputy speaker not there means absent. Okay, not a vacant, absent, then only this panel will come. If this is vacant, president will appoint, this will not come. That you remember. And there is one extra constitutional post, pro tem speaker. Okay, he is appointed by the president. Okay, and oath also given by the president. Then what is the main function of this? Actually, senior member is appointed as the let's say one there is Lok Sabha, all new MPs have come. Okay, then senior member is appointed as the pro tem speaker, temporary speaker, pro tem speaker, temporary speaker. So he will, what is his function, main function? He will conduct oath to all members. Okay, all MPs will conduct oath. Also he will help in electing the speaker Lok Sabha. Speaker Lok Sabha. Speaker Lok Sabha. Then some speaker facts you remember. Okay, date of election of speaker decided by the president only. Okay, that is deputy speaker Lok Sabha. His date is of election is fixed by the speaker. Okay, and he will preside the joint sitting. Okay, under article 108, that we will see. And also this post, remember, this inspired from the Government of India Act 1990. Government of India Act 1990. This is important. And I already told in precedence, 7th position will come. In precedence list, 7th position will come. And deputy speaker, you remember, it is not the subordinate post. He is not responsible to the speaker, but deputy speaker not responsible to the speaker, but deputy speaker is responsible to the house of, to the house. Deputy speaker responsible to the house. Okay. And since 17th 11th Lok Sabha, 7th Lok Sabha, okay, then speaker is appointed from the ruling party and deputy speaker appointed from the opposition party. But if you take in 17th Lok Sabha, the deputy speaker is not filled. It is completely vacant for all the time. In 17th Lok Sabha, deputy speaker post itself not there. That one fact you can remember. So these are the speaker, deputy speaker, chairman, deputy chairman. Okay, chairman, deputy chairman means Rajya Sabha. Speaker, deputy speaker means Lok Sabha. Speaker, deputy speaker, Lok Sabha. Then you take 97 salaries, okay, of chairman Rajya Sabha, deputy chairman Rajya Sabha, speaker Lok Sabha, deputy speaker Lok Sabha. So, and we know salaries decided by parliament are until then second schedule. Until then second schedule. That thing you have to remember. Then article 98, secretariat of parliament. Secretariat means bureaucracy should be there now, to function. So there should be a separate staff can be there. Okay, even common staff also can be created. Okay, and parliament by law can regulate the conditions of service. Until then president will regulate by consulting the speaker and chairman. That is secretariat of parliament. And then 99, oath of the members. Oath is given in third schedule. 99 oath given in third schedule. Then 101. 101 says any bill you have to pass with the majority. That is simple majority. Simple majority. However, there is let's say there is tie is there. Then presiding officer will have the casting vote. let's say 200 MPs are there, 100 votes came for any bill. 100 people saying we want, 100 people saying no. Then presiding officer will have casting vote. That is, he can say yes or no. Then that tie will be break. That is 101. 101 is that one. Then 102, the parliament will act. The parliament will act despite there is vacancy. Despite there is vacancy, or let's say some person who is not qualified was sitting in the parliament in the proceedings. So despite that, the parliament whatever done, those acts will still valid. Then 103 is the quorum. Okay, until parliament bylaw says, it will be 1/10. 1/10 is the quorum. 1/10 is the quorum. Then 104 says, if 60 days any member of parliament is absent without permission, then his seat becomes a vacant. Then his seat becomes a vacant. Okay, not this one. This is, I think, without permission, this is 101 in 101, Article 101. This is 60 days. Without 60 days, if you are absent, then that will come. Here, when quorum is not there, the presiding officer will suspend the meeting. Presiding officer will suspend the meeting. That is 104. So let me just. Okay, now you understand. Now 104 is the presiding officer will suspend the meeting till quorum is there. Till quorum, adjourn or suspend the meeting. Adjourn or suspend the meeting till quorum is there. In 101 there is a vacation of the seat. 101 says. 101 says there is a disqualification or vacation of the seats. Means when MP has to vacate his seat from the house. That is given in the 101. Okay, 101. So first one says here, no member can be both Lok Sabha MP, Rajya Sabha MP. Let's say one person elected as Lok Sabha MP or Rajya Sabha MP. Then Parliament has to make some provision. So the Parliament has made provision under RPA Act, like that RPA Act, that if he is elected for both houses, if any person is elected for the both houses, he has to intimate within 10 days. Okay, that time limit, remember. Within 10 days, he has to intimate in desired house. Okay, else Rajya Sabha seat will become vacant. Okay, let's say you became Lok Sabha MP, Rajya Sabha MP, both. Then you have to go to Lok Sabha and inform, sir, I will be as Lok Sabha MP. So like that. Otherwise, Rajya Sabha seat will become vacant and you will become automatically Lok Sabha MP. That is one thing. Let's say if sitting MP is there, sitting MP is elected to other house, then in previous house, okay, then the first house becomes vacant. Okay, let's say you are Lok Sabha MP. Okay, then you contest for Rajya Sabha and you won as Rajya Sabha. Then your Lok Sabha MP will go and you are become Rajya Sabha MP. Also, if two seats are there, two seats you contested, let's say two places, place A, place B, you contest and both seats you won. Then you have to exercise option for one. Okay, for example, from place A, from place B you have one. Then you can take place A or place B, anyone. You cannot be MP at both places. No, it is not allowed. That is 101. Whenever you are Lok Sabha MP or Rajya Sabha MP, both houses are, we are contesting other house or you are contesting for two seats, then these conditions are there. Again, you cannot be you cannot be MP or MLA or MLC, both. Okay, and then within 14 days you have to resign as MLA or MP. Otherwise, uh, you have to 14 days you have to resign as MLA, or your MP seat will go. Your MP seat will go. This is double membership. You cannot become both Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha MP. You cannot become MP MLA. You have to resign as MLA. Otherwise, your MP seat will go. Okay. Then you can resign also. Okay, and you can disqualify also. There is disqualification. Okay, as per 102 Article 1, 102 Article 2. There is disqualification. Also, you can resign. MP can resign by giving to the speaker or chairman, as the case may be. However, speaker or chairman will verify the genuineness of the resign. Okay, any force is there, you have to check. Any force is there, okay, you have to check. Okay, whether it is voluntary, you have to check. Okay, whether MP is resigning on his own or someone is forcing him to resign, that you have to check. Then only you have to accept. Otherwise, you no need to accept. You means here speaker or chairman. Let's say I am Lok Sabha MP. Then you have to go and give a resignation letter to Lok Sabha speaker. Lok Sabha speaker, you have to go and give that resignation. Then fourth one I told, if 60 days without permission you are absent, then your seat will become. However, more than 4 days in succession there is leave or that house is not sitting, that time you will not count. That one is there. And then other these are given in the constitution. And other cases, like if let's say election, you become MP but your election has declared void by the court, then you are no more MP now. Let's say house expelled, let's say you done something bad, then house can be expelled. Recently some MPs expelled, many times there were many news expelled from the house. And then let's say you become president or vice president or governor, some post, then your MP MLA whatever seat you automatically will go. That is 101 vacation of seats. 101 vacation of seats. 101 vacation of seats. Then 102 is again disqualification. 102 disqualification. 101 says here president will disqualify if he is a if he holds any office of profit. If he holds any office of profit, or if he is of unsound mind declared by the competent court. If he is of unsound mind, or he is insolvent, undischarged insolvent, that is he has many debts than his assets, then also, or he is not a citizen of India, or he is voluntarily acquired citizenship other foreign state, voluntarily acquired foreign citizen, or he showed allegiance or adherence to foreign state. Allegiance or adherence to foreign state. Then any other thing as parliament bylaw will create. Parliament bylaw will create. Okay, here office of profit exceptions you write. Minister, either for the union or state. This is not a office of profit. So Parliament bylaw has created some disqualification grounds. It is given in the RPA Act 1951. Some how one can disqualify the MP. How one can disqualify the MP? It is given in RP Act 1951. So there are some sections, actually. Section 8 is there. Section 8 is there. Let's say certain conviction. Have done certain conviction for offenses. Okay, offenses like, let's say there is untouchability. Okay, there are untouchability. Okay, and then dowry. So such convictions. Then section 8A. Okay, even 123. You are doing corrupt practices plus electoral offenses. In that case also you can be removed. Okay, then section 9, you are dismissed, okay, for corruption or disloyalty. You are dismissed for corruption or disloyalty. Then section 9A or 10, any office of profit you are there, office of profit, whether government office, etc., other than whatever MP seat. Then section 10A says election expenses you have not given, you are not submitted. Election expenses you have not submitted. So as per RP Act 1951, as per RP Act 1950 also, some election expenses there. Then 103, sorry, this is 100 to 1, there is 100 to 2, 100 to 2. So this says MP can be disqualified under the 10th schedule, that is anti-defection law. Okay, this came 52nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1985, that time Rajiv Gandhi government. So this is in 10th schedule, this is in 10th schedule. So this is 102. So they also disqualified. So here president can remove, okay, on these grounds. Okay, if any, the president will decide any question. President will decide any question. Arises president and his decision is the final. And the president will decide this matter, and this decision is the final. And however, this is 103 given, 103, Article 103. President will decide these matters. Okay, and his decision is final here under Article 3 and not 3. However, he will consult ECI, Election Commission of India, and based on that he will shall act as per advice of ECI. So president is having the power to remove under these grounds. However, president will consult the ECI, and whatever ECI says, then president has to do. That is there. However, in the 10th schedule, anti-defection law, here who will decide the disqualification? Speaker or presiding officer. Okay. Here actually speaker will decide, not presiding officer. Speaker will decide the defection. Under 10th schedule, speaker will decide. Okay, there are some conditions under 10th schedule, we will see it later. That is there. That is 103. Then 104 is there. 104 penalty. If any person is not qualified or not taken oath, then 500 rupee per day penalty will be there. And if you are, let's say you are going and sitting in parliament, you are not eligible, still you went there, then 500 per day is the penalty. Then 105 are the privileges to the MPs. They have some privileges like freedom of speech. Okay, you have anything, you can speak, you can vote. Okay, for that you cannot be jailed. Okay, what that freedom is there. Also with respect to any publication, that freedom is there. Okay, also if any other privileges are there, the parliament by law can decide. Parliament by law can decide. Until then, whatever the following earlier, before independence, or it is said whatever the British parliamentarians, whatever the privileges they have, it is followed. Those privileges are followed as per Article 105. 105 powers privileges of the MPs or the houses or the committees. MPs houses are the committees. MPs houses are the committees. Okay, and these privileges will apply also to the Attorney General and also even to the ministers, because whoever have right to speak as per 105.4, whoever having right to speak or right to take part in the proceedings of the house or committee, they also have these privileges of the parliamentary privileges or privileges of the MPs. Then 106 you take salary allowances etc of the MPs. Okay, this is fixed by the parliament. Okay, until then, dominion of India, whatever their salary they will get same salary. It is not in second schedule. That is wrong, don't mistake it. 106 is somewhat different. 106 is somewhat different. Then 107 is there. Then 107. Okay, this is a passing of bills procedure is there. Passing of bills procedure is there. Then 108 joint sitting. Okay, we will see. Then 108 procedure for money bills. Then 110 money bills definition. 110 money bills definition. Then 111 assent to bills. Then 112, 113, 114, 115, 116. Okay, this is the annual financial statement, that is budget. Okay, these are estimates related. 114 appropriation bill. Then these are supplementary grants, additional grants, or excess grants. This one vote on account, vote on credit, vote on account, and exceptional grant. Then 117 financial bills. 118 rules. It, okay, house can make rules. 119 financial business procedure, parliament can make. Then 120 language to be used in parliament. Then 121 120 language to be used in parliament. Then 121 uh, uh, parliament cannot discuss about judges except their removal, except during their removal. Judges conduct you cannot, whether Supreme Court, High Court. Then 122 courts cannot inquire, they cannot conduct the proceedings of the parliament. Proceedings of the parliament. Proceedings of the parliament. Courts cannot inquire proceedings of the parliament. Then 123 ordinance making power. Ordinance making power of the president. Ordinance making. So I will make a small video on this. We will see later. Then 124 to 147 Supreme Court. This I have already made the video. You just check out that. Then COG, Comptroller Auditor General, we will see 148, 149, 150, 150. This, and then COG Act is there, 1971. 1971. So this we will see now. So COG means here Comptroller and Auditor General. Here auditor is missing. Auditor General of India. Comptroller and Auditor General of India. Comptroller and Auditor General of India. So Comptroller means one who writes the accounts, or one who controls the accounts. Accounts means what is incoming, what is outgoing, what is the income is receiving, what is the expenditure is going out. So, but that name is justified for this Comptroller Auditor General? No, because here in India, Comptroller Auditor General, he is doing only the auditor work. Auditor work means after spending, the COG will come and verify. For example, government is spent. There is Commonwealth Games. Government spent this much. Then COG will go and he will verify whether for this whether government has expended clear as per the rules and regulations. That he will see. So, however, in Britain, BR means Britain. There is he writes the accounts in COG writes the accounts. Means he also without COG approval, there is no permission for the parliament to take money. Okay, that much powerful COG in Britain. Further, in Britain, COG is also the member of the House of the Commons, that is upper house. Lower house. House of Commons means lower house. He is member of the House of Commons, the Comptroller Auditor General. Comptroller and Auditor General. He is a member of that one. And in Britain, he is writing the accounts. He is Comptroller also, he is Auditor also. Both works he will do. Comptroller plus Auditor. But in India, he is only Auditor. Then Comptroller work, that is writing accounts. Writing accounts. Who is doing in India? Comptroller General of Accounts. This is started from 1976. Till 1976, COG is performing both functions. He is writing accounts, he is auditing accounts. Okay, later only it changed. Now Controller General of Accounts is doing. Now COG checks only, he will only audit the accounts of the union and state or any other body substantially financed by the center or state. This thing you have to remember. Then about COG, he is the guardian of public purse, because he is verifying the expenditure, whether corruption is there, everything he will. Then auditing accounts of the union or state. He will also check whether anything spent without approval of the legislature or competent authority. He will also audit accounts of the UTs apart from accounts of the union. As part of the accounts of the union. Also, the Delhi, Puducherry, J&K, they have legislative assembly, so they have consolidated fund of states also. That is consolidated fund of Delhi, consolidated fund of Puducherry, consolidated fund of J&K. They are separately audited by the Comptroller Auditor General. He is also audit accounts of the PSUs. PSUs also substantially they are under the government. Then any other body substantially financed. Okay. Also accounts of any other authority, as president or governor will say. For example, let's say audit the local self, that is panchayats. Then if president governor saying like that, then COG will go to and he will audit local bodies also. He is officer of parliament and eyes and ears of the parliamentary committees, various parliamentary committees, especially public accounts committee. And COG salary is equal to the Supreme Court judge salary fixed by parliament as per second schedule. Conditions of service equal to IAS officer holding secretary rank. Then as per COG Act 1971, he will be hold office 6 bar 60 75, 6 years or 65 years, whichever is earlier. And he will resignation given to president. He will resign president. Also, he is the head of the Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Indian Audit and Accounts Department. And there are provisions given here. Under Article 148, he is appointed by the President and he is removed similar to the Supreme Court judge. This is one thing. He is removed, means under Article 148, he is removed similar to the President, similar to the he is appointed by the president and is removed similar to the Supreme Court judge removal. We know Supreme Court judge removed for ground of misbehavior, on grounds of misbehavior, incapacity, and removal resolution has to taken in either house. Okay, then voting will be there with special majority, then removal will be there. All that will be there in Supreme Court judge removal. So in the same manner, in the same grounds as Supreme Court judge removed, in similar manner, Comptroller Auditor General also removed. Then he will take oath or affirmation also as per the third schedule, whatever given that one. And then salary we know Parliament or second schedule. And he is not reappointed. No reappointment will be there. No reappointment. Again, you cannot appoint that person. Also, Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Any staff is there for this. Okay, their conditions of service. Their conditions of service. Their conditions of service. Indian Audit and Accounts Department. Also, administrative powers of COG. Okay, this is decided by the president on recommendation of the COG. He will ask COG and president will prescribe these rules. That is one thing you have to remember. And then all expenses are charged expenditures. That is Article 148. Then Article 149 is there duties of the. What are the duties? He has to see the accounts of the union state as Parliament by law or any other body as Parliament by law given. That is given in COG Act 1971. This is discussed here. That is Article 149. Then 150 is the form of accounts of the union and in which form the accounts should be kept. That is 150. Form, you remember, form of accounts of the union. This is also prescribed by the president on the recommendation of the COG, Comptroller Auditor General. Then Article 151, finally audit reports. So COG will give report to the president. President will send this report to the Parliament. This is union, related to union. That is related to state means he will send to governor, he will put before state legislature. So these are part 5, and I did not discuss some provisions in detail. So whenever time is there, I will discuss those provisions in detail. But for some exams, this much sufficient. Thank you.